Welcome back to Pat's Pondering. Today's is Chicken Soup from the Soul, Miraculous Messages from Heaven. I do believe that our loved ones come back to us and reach back to us somehow. And this story talks about that. The guardian angels of life fly so high as to be beyond our sight, but they're always looking down upon us. Jean Paul Richter. I was the third child in my family. My older brother Bill was, of course, the boss. He was always ordering everybody around and in charge of keeping us out of harm's way. Looking back, I'm amazed at how many times Bill stepped in and kept us safe. I vividly remember the day when I was 9 years old that our horse, Midnight, got his saddle horn caught on a clothesline. He was wide-eyed and frightened. Nothing could calm him or stop him. He charged at me and Bill yelled, "Leave now! Jump in the pond!" I was terrified of that horse, but even more terrified of the pond. Bill had always told me to stay away from the pond, as it had no bottom and would swallow us up. I froze, and to this day I don't know how Bill managed to beat that horse to me. He shoved me into the pond and jumped in with me to hold me up. Scared to death, I was trying to tread water and hoping the horse would stop before it got to the pond. Thankfully, my dad showed up and got the horse under control. Bill and I emerged from the pond unscathed. "Leave now" was his famous order, and it always stuck with me. Bill was killed while serving in Vietnam, but I never forgot that advice from him. Leave now. One day I had a business meeting with a client who needed to sign up for some new employees at his repair shop for group health insurance. I always liked seeing Russ, the shop manager. He was a wonderful man and always cheerful and willing to help. The moment I arrived, Russ cleared his desk and told me to use it for signing up employees instead of trying to juggle my paperwork standing up. One by one, Russ sent in each new employee to be enrolled and brought me a cup of coffee just like the way I asked it, strong and black. It was a standing joke between us that I would gladly adopt him if he promised to bring me coffee every day. Russ was definitely a bright spot in an otherwise boring routine stopped that day. Just as I was finishing with the last sign-up, I distinctly heard my brother's voice from all those years ago say, "Leave now." It startled me so much I almost spilled my coffee. But it also gave me an uneasy feeling that I really needed to finish up quickly. From there, I continued my day as usual, returning home that night safe and sound. From time to time throughout the evening, I thought of that strange moment in the day when I heard Bill's voice say, "Leave now." As I got ready for bed, I suddenly remembered it was the anniversary of Bill's death. How could I have forgotten? It was the first time in many years that the day didn't send me into tears. I shrugged it off, and decided Bill just wanted me to know that he was still in charge and looking out for me. After drifting off to sleep, I was startled awake at midnight by the shrilling of a ringing phone. Half awake, I fumbled in the dark and answered the phone. My heart was in my throat, as my father had been very ill, and I was afraid something had happened to him. As soon as I said, "Hello," I heard the voice of Mitch, who owned the repair shop. Mitch blurted out, "Russ is dead. Someone came in the shop just after you left and shot him at his desk and fired at all the employees. They managed to escape by the back door or dive into a repair bay pit." I was in complete shock and devastated at the loss of such a fine man. Suddenly I knew my brother was with me. As I had made my rounds that day, Bill knew the danger I was in, and that was why I heard him say, "Leave now." Even from beyond the grave, my big brother Bill was still watching over me. This was by Christine Trollinger. It makes you stop and think how many times they reach back to us and that they're watching out for us. This last weekend, I went to the funeral of my best friend of 71 years. We had shared our lives for a long time, and it was really hard to say goodbye. But I also know that she's an angel now. She's watching over us, and I will miss her dearly, like her family. I always said that she was my sister by another mother. So from the time we were 4 years old, we were friends. That's hard to say goodbye, but it's only for a while. Because each day that I live, I've gotten to spend one more day with the people I love. And I'm one day closer to those people that are up there waiting for me. My friend Verl, my husband, my brother, my sister, mom, dad, my son, my daughter, they're all waiting for me. So make the most of today, but cherish those people that mean the world to you. Because that love never ends. Even if they're gone, it never ends. And talk to them. They hear you. They hear you. They talk through God. That's Pat's Pondering for today. I hope your day is blessed and you have peace. Bye for now.